Hello, good morning, all of you. This is the part 16 of chemical coordination and integration. Okay, in this part, we are going to learn remaining part of the adrenal gland. Okay, we learned some points related to adrenal gland location, where is it present. It is also called what are the two parts of the adrenal cortex, adrenal gland, what is the outer part, what is the inner part, what is the origin. We also talked about what are the three parts of the adrenal cortex. Adrenal cortex is further divided into three zones. What are the three zones of adrenal cortex and what type of hormones are produced from those three parts? Adrenal cortex can be divided into three zones or three layers. What are they? Zona. They are called zona GFR. I told you zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, zona reticularis. Okay, you can see here adrenal cortex can be divided into three layers called zona reticularis. Inner layer. This is inner layer. This is the inner layer. Next fasciculata, middle layer, and zona glomerulosa. Glomerulosa. This is the outer layer. This is the middle layer. This is the inner layer. Three parts of the adrenal cortex. Adrenal cortex secretes many hormones commonly called corticoids. We learned that one also. The corticoids which are involved in carbohydrate metabolism are called glucocorticoids. In our body, cortisol is the main glucocorticoid. What is the glucocorticoid? Cortisol is the main gluco. There are some other other also there. Okay, other corticoids, but the main glucocorticoid is there are other glucocorticoids. The main glucocorticoid is cortisol. Cortisone is also there. Corticoids which regulate the balance of water and electrolytes in our body are called mineralocorticoids. What are they? Mineralocorticoids. Next, what is the main mineralocorticoid? The main mineralocorticoid is aldosterone. Okay, this is about adrenal cortex, some part of the adrenal cortex. Okay, now let us talk about zona fasciculata. We already discussed zona glomerulosa. Zona fasciculata secretes glucocorticoids. They are concerned with the carbohydrate metabolism. And in our body, in the body of human, cortisol is the chief glucocorticoid. What is the chief glucocorticoid? Cortisol is the chief glucocorticoid. The glucocorticoids are life-saving hormones. Very important, life-saving hormones. Glucocorticoids stimulate gluconeogenesis, lipogenesis, and proteolysis. What is meant by gluconeogenesis? Formation of neo means new. Formation of glucose from new substances. That means non-carbohydrates like proteins and lipids. If glucose is formed from the proteins and lipid, that is called gluconeogenesis. And glucocorticoids are also involved in lipolysis or lipolysis. Okay, what is meant by lysis? Lysis means breakdown of lipids, and it is also involved in proteolysis. Okay, proteolysis, breakdown of proteins. Okay, these corticoids inhibit cellular uptake and utilization of amino acids. Okay, for example, this is the cell. They inhibit the cellular uptake. Cell is taking amino acid here. It does not allow that. Okay, they inhibit cellular uptake and utilization by of amino acids by the cell. Cortisol is also called hydrocortisone. Hydrocortisone, which regulates the cardiovascular system and kidney functions. Okay, glucocorticoids, especially cortisol, generates anti-inflammatory reactions. Anti-inflammatory. What do you mean by inflammation? When there is an injury in our body, when there is a physical trauma, trauma damage in our tissues. Okay, you observe there is a redness, there is swelling, there is a heat production, okay, okay, pain. Okay, those are the symptoms of inflammation. Okay, it generates anti-inflammatory reactions and suppresses immune responses in case of tissue and organ transplants. It suppresses immune responses in case of tissue and organ transplants. And cortisol also stimulate RBC production. I told you earlier, cortisol, erythropoietin. Next one, testosterone, thyroxine. These are hormones involved in RBC production. Production of RBC is called erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis. IESIS. Erythropoiesis is the formation of RBC. And cortisol is a stress combat hormone. It is helpful to face the stress combat hormone. Glucocorticoids. Can you tell me what is the main glucocorticoid? Glucocorticoids stimulate gluconeogenesis. This is what is given in NCERT textbook. Okay, lipolysis and proteolysis, and inhibit cellular uptake and utilization of amino acid. Cortisol is involved in maintaining the cardiovascular system as well as kidney functions. Glucocorticoids, particularly cortisol, produce anti-inflammatory reactions and suppresses immune response. And cortisol stimulates RBC production of RBC. Next one is zona reticularis. Zona glomerulosa completed, zona fasciculata completed. Now zona reticularis. Zona reticularis synthesizes sex hormones. Androgens are the male sex hormone. Testosterone is the chief androgen. It is concerned with the development of growth of axial hair, pubic hair, okay, hair on the sex organs, hair in the armpits, and facial hair, development of hair on the face, okay, during the puberty. And these hormones, testosterone is also produced in females also, because even the females do not have testes. Okay, testosterone is produced because in the females there is adrenal gland. In the adrenal gland there is adrenal cortex. In the adrenal cortex there is zona reticularis, which produces androgen. Okay, main androgen is the testosterone. In females also testosterone hormone is present. Okay, then with this adrenal cortex completed. Now come to the adrenal medulla. It secretes two hormones called adrenaline or epinephrine and noradrenaline or norepinephrine. Earlier you learnt in the beginning of this lesson, chemically these are amine hormone. They are formed from tyrosine amino acid. Okay, these are called catecholamines. Very important point. These hormones are called catecholamines. These hormones are secreted in response to stress of any kind during emergency situation. Hence, these are called emergency hormones or hormones of fight or flight. These hormones enhance alertness, dilation of pupil, and dilation of the bronchioles of lungs. And these hormones increase the rate of heartbeat, number of beats per minute, and strength of contraction of heart, and increase the rate of respiration. And catecholamines also stimulate the breakdown of glycogen, lipids, and proteins. Okay, breakdown of this glucose is called glycogenolysis. Breakdown of glycogen is called glycogenolysis. Lysis means breakdown. And formation of glucose from the non-carbohydrates is called as gluconeogenesis formation. Thus, the concentration of glucose in the blood increases. Okay, which of the following hormones increase blood glucose levels? They ask bit like that. Okay, here Okay, these hormones, epinephrine, norepinephrine, can increase the glucose level. Glucagon hormone also can increase. The glucagon hormone is produced by the alpha cells of the pancreas, which is also capable of increasing glucose levels. Aldosterone acts mainly at the neural. Yesterday I told you this point. Okay, this is given in NCERT book. Aldosterone acts mainly at the renal tubules and stimulate the reabsorption of sodium and water, excretion of potassium and phosphate ion. The aldosterone helps in the maintenance of electrolytes, body fluid volume, osmotic pressure, and blood pressure. Very, very important terms. These all are. Small amounts of androgenic steroids are also secreted in the adrenal cortex. By the adrenal cortex play an important role in the growth of axial hair, pubic hair, and facial hair during puberty. Adrenal medulla. This is what is given in NCERT book. Adrenal medulla secretes two hormones called adrenaline and epinephrine, noradrenaline or norepinephrine. These two are commonly called catecholamines. And adrenaline and noradrenaline are rapidly secreted in response to stress of any kind during emergency situation. These are called emergency hormones and are called emergency hormones. Very, very, very important one. And which these hormones are called fight or flight or fright hormone. 3F hormone. Okay, fight, flight, fright hormones. Okay, adrenal medulla, these hormones increase alertness, pupillary dilation of the pupil in the eye, pillow erection, rising of hair, and sweating. Okay, both the hormones increase the heartbeat, strength of heart contraction, rate of respiration, and catecholamines also stimulate the breakdown of glycogen, that is called glycogenolysis. Glycogenolysis results in the increased concentration of glucose in the blood. In addition, they also stimulate the breakdown of lipids, okay, lipolysis, and proteolysis. Okay, that's the end of part 16. In this part, we learned some part of the adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla.